Okay, we are about to go live here with what I've called Free Time Friday, and I will be sharing with you. Let me turn the audio off here. There we go. Make a little bit quieter, make sure that my microphone is on. I see the view meter going, so that says that I'm live. And I just want to switch over here to another window. There we go. All right. So thank you for joining me here today. And this will be, you'll find out towards the end. I have a special announcement towards the end of the live stream today, where I will be making some changes. Hopefully people will like what I'm doing. I'm hoping it will be helpful. But let me switch over here and show you some things. So a lot of people are beginning to realize that they already have one of the best AI tools out there. Google has created, quite a while back, created the Gemini tool. I'm trying to remember, I used it when it was called something else, BERT or something like that, I forget. But I've used that tool for probably 2.5, maybe, yeah, year and a half to 2 years or better. I've been using Google, their AI tool, to create images when I was doing my real estate investing business. I found that it was better for me to go and create an image of a house with a for sale sign or an old beat up house or something, rather than looking online for images that were, free to use. I wouldn't have to pay for the images. And so I began using Google and Gemini in its former name quite a while back. And so most people that have a Gmail account already have access to this. So that's why I wanted to go back. I've shared a little bit before. I don't know that many people have watched and learned about this tool, but I wanted to share this at the beginning. And so I'm going to switch over here to my other screen and get me out of the way. There we go. So you can see that Gemini, you can see the name in the upper left-hand corner. It already knows who I am. It says, "Hi, Henry, what should we do next?" And so you have some choices that you can do. Create an image. You can even create music. You can do videos. There's a lot of tools in here. As you can see, you can do some searches. You can do some guided learning. Music is a newer tool that they've added recently. And create an image, they say it's new, but like I said, I've been doing this for uh, going on 2 years or better. So I believe what they're talking about is that they created an upgrade for that. So if you have a Gmail account, if you don't, I would recommend you go get a Gmail account. And there's a lot of people who don't like the idea that Google and everything is so linked into everything that we use these days, and I can understand that. But if you're going to do business, to operate an online business, or even to run your own brick and mortar business down on Main Street, you need to have a Gmail account to do a lot of things that are going to be beneficial for your business. So I'm going to go in here and click on create an image. You can see that there's a lot of different styles that you can pick ahead of time if you want something to have any of those looks. Typically, I really don't want to use any of those kind of looks unless it's something like this where I'm sitting in the evening reading, or maybe I'm sitting in my library. So let me just pick that one, and then I'm going to show you how I can not only create an image of somebody in general, but I can go over here and I'm going to move this out of my way. Let's see where I want to pick this. Go get my images. Hold on a second while I grab my photos. And I'll pick one here. I will drop that on here. So it's uploading my photo. And I'm just going to say update this style with the image of the man with the white background. Or I could go look up the image file name that I had for it and could tell it that way. I'm set on the Pro version right now. So there's the fast version, the thinking version. We're not going to do complex problems, but I'm just going to switch over to the fast mode, and we'll see how long that will take to cook and give us the image that we want to use there. Typically in less than a minute. When you do videos, it'll take a little bit longer. We'll show you how to do that in a moment. But if you are doing some marketing for yourself, oh, that's interesting. It switched what I wanted. It took the look of the it took the look of the guy in the style and pulled him out of the image. So let's try something else here. I'm going to go and describe what I want to do. So I'm going to create the photo. Yep. So let's say this man sitting at a sidewalk. Get my cursor out of the way so I can see. Walk. Sidewalk coffee shop with two other people standing looking at him. There we go. See what it does here. I like using the scene. I've done this before. You may have seen some of these images that I've done where I'm sitting at a coffee shop, or I'm walking down the street and there's a coffee shop in the background. It just, for me, it's more normal because that's the kind of thing I do. Oh, and look at that. It's got my name on the coffee shop, Griner's Cafe. Hey, I like that. I'm going to download that. And let me pull it up on a bigger image here so you can see it when it's done downloading. I even spelled my name right. Usually when I say my name when I'm talking with AI, it uses a different German pronunciation or spelling. It spells Greiner for Greiner. So if I don't catch it, I've always got the wrong spelling. So it's my Lead Lightning Cafe. That's interesting. And over here on the right-hand side, you will see something else. It's remembering other images that I've had it work on for me in the past. So one time I did an image of the Amish community where my wife and I go about once a month. We take our turn. We're part of a milk and egg group that goes about 30 miles to the southwest of us in Etheridge, Tennessee area, pick up milk and eggs. And you're not allowed, it's not good. You shouldn't be using your camera, your phone, to take pictures of anything in the community. So when I just mentioned that we had been out the past Wednesday, or a couple of weeks ago on a Wednesday, I asked AI to go in and create an image for me. And I used Google Gemini, or sometimes called Nano Banana, and it pulled that out of the memory. So that's interesting. Now I have this image, and there we go. Go back here. I don't know why it's turning blue on me. There we go. Now I want to make a change here from image. Going to look at the tools. I'm going to create a video. No, I don't want a new chat. Let's see, create video. Don't ask me again. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a new chat. I've got the image. All right. So I'm going to go grab that image from my downloads. It's uploading that image. So have a man sitting at a table talking to the two people, and he says, now I put a comma at the end. There's different ways that you can describe when you're putting audio in. Sometimes voiceover, or have them actually speaking. We'll attempt. Sometimes it doesn't work, but this way is the way I just usually quickly do this, to put it in quotation marks. Glad to meet you today. Let's learn AI together. T-H-T-E-R. We'll try that again. All right. Have them in sitting at the table, and that's what he says. Oh, I want to What did I do there? I still messed it up. 2, no. There we go. B, C, the horse and the wagon passing by the street. In the background. There we go. There we go. Get my spell check going on. All right, let's see what that will do. And I'm going to switch over to the Pro version, Pro mode. Now with Gemini, when you do videos, you can do as many images as you want. You can do dozens. I've never run across a limit on how many you can do. But if you're doing videos, you're limited to, I think it's 5 or 6 per hour, depending upon how your account's set up. I should probably look that up sometime so I can let people know. Because sometimes I'm busy doing different videos and I want to stitch them together and make a little bit longer, because these are only going to be 8 to 10 seconds for a little short clip. And here we go, it's generating. So if I want to stitch them together, usually I'll want to take 2 to 3 excuse me excuse me 2 to 3 video clips, and I'll typically bring them into Canva and stitch them together, do a little bit of editing, and then save that file, and that's the file that I upload. So when you're working with the videos, you can do longer videos. There are some tools out there that you can run 10 to 15 seconds per video and then stitch them together to make longer ones. And lately, we don't watch regular television programming. We don't have cable or satellite going. We'll watch YouTube reruns of old programs that we like. But I've noticed sometimes when we're running and watching Roku videos that there'll be advertisements from local companies and sometimes national companies. And more I'm seeing videos that are just 3 to 6 seconds, boom, 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 fast action. I think it's an insurance video that's some woman riding a motorcycle across the desert and she gets to the edge and whatever. Those are typically AI creations done by the big studios that have some more dollars than probably you or I have. And but maybe not. You can actually do some pretty good videos just with AI yourself. And if you had some people locally, some business people that wanted to buy some videos and put them on local programming, there's some ways to do that. So our video is done.
Glad to meet you two today. Let's learn AI together.
Well,
glad to meet you two today. Let's learn AI together. Glad to meet you two today. Let's learn AI together.
She thinks it's funny and he starts to walk away, so and then she follows him. So it would take a little more direction. So it's one of the things we could do. And let me go over here. And I'm going to open up my ChatGPT. Slide him over here. Get that out of the way. And I'm going to add this image that I created. Going to my downloads. I refer to ChatGPT as Alex. And some of you may have heard me say this before, that I got tired of trying to say Chat GPT, especially when I'm telling my wife what I've been working on. And so I decided I was going to give Chat GPT a name. And so one day here, a year or so ago, I said, how about instead of me referring to you as whatever I was referring to it as, I said, how about I start calling you Alex? And it was fine with that, thought that was a good idea. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use my microphone. Hey, Alex, we have another live demonstration I'm doing on my live stream on Friday on Facebook and YouTube. And I just created this image a few minutes ago using Gemini. And I did a quick video of it and didn't like the way it came out. It was a little bit too short. So what I wanted to do is have a prompt created. So in a second here, I will give you the information for that. And I'm going to go ahead and then here we see solid base image. Wants to know how long the video should be, what Henry should be doing in the scene. It's not me. Camera movement. All right, so I can go through and give some general directions and then ask Alex to create it. He's saying Sora style. I've used Sora. I'm not using it that much anymore. I still have an account with Sora, but I try not to use that as a training tool because news came out a few weeks ago that by September 26th, I think, this year, they're going to discontinue Sora. So it's been a great tool. I've been using it for several months, but I've got some other tools that I will be sharing in some new training coming up, again, that I will talk about more towards the end here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to say Nano Banana. I'll just give a little bit more direction to Alex. So what I was hoping for is a scene where this gentleman, not Henry, says, I'm looking forward to working with you in AI, to the couple standing there. Then they acknowledge him. They both say thank you, shake hands, and they turn around and walk off. That's probably longer than the 6 or 8 seconds that we can get from Gemini, but give it a try. Give me a prompt, make it sound happy, and we'll keep the same scenery. And oh, that horse and buggy that's over on the right hand side, we want that to begin to walk and do its clip clop going down the street next to the couple. We can see that off on the right hand side. So how does that work? Okay, there's a long, I like being able to use the microphone and ramble on and let Alex sort it out. So let's see what he puts together. So mini story. So here's the whole clip. Breaking it into 3 stitch clips usually looks better than forcing one long clip. So let's take that. I like the longer clip you put together, Alex, but I'm just doing a quick demo on this. So give me that 8-second clip, the prompt for that, and I will go with that for now. Thank you. So now he's going to, it will come up with a shorter one. Here it is. So I'm just going to copy that. And we'll go back over to Gemini. Going to upload that image again. Then paste in the prompt. And we'll let that percolate. So while that's sitting there percolating or rendering, I want to just share something. I'm going to cut this short today because I will show you when we're done creating this video something new that I'm coming out with next week that I hope will be helpful for a lot of people. I've been exploring AI, learning these tools for most of the last 11 to 12 months, I guess. Even longer before, like I said, I've been using Gemini to do images for about 2 years when I was doing my real estate investing business. But I know that there's a lot of people who are trying to figure this stuff out. They either trying to start an online business, which I've been working at for many years. I actually built my first website back in 1995, 96 for my bank back in Minnesota. And I've built dozens and dozens of websites, probably 100 or more by this time, for clients, local businesses, people starting their own online businesses and so on. And for about the last 16 to 18 years, I've been trying to find a way to successfully have a business that was an automated online business that would produce some steady income and be able to help other people to do that. And in the last few weeks, well, about 2 months ago, I guess 3 months ago now, I did finally find a system that I will be talking about more in the future. But let me switch over here in a second and we'll take a look at the finished product here. Here we go.
I'm looking forward to working with you in AI.
Thank you.
All right, there we go.
I'm looking forward to working with you in
There's
AI.
another woman
Thank
pop
you.
up in the background. You notice that? All of a sudden?
I'm looking
It
forward
looks
to
like
working
your
with you in
twin
AI.
just popped
Thank
up
you.
in the back. So it'll take a little bit more work. It's kind of funny, isn't it? We didn't see her until the lady in the dark blue top backed out of the scene. Must be her twin sister.
I'm looking forward to working with you in AI.
Thank you.
But that's a good finished product. I like how that came out. So let me just switch over here and pull up something else, switch my scenes around a little bit. And there we go. So I've been pondering on a way to actually build besides just having a website, which I have at henrygreiner.com, where I've been sharing tools and systems and so on, putting together a few videos that are on there. I wanted to do something where I could build a community that would actually help each other. So over the last few days, I have made a change, or an addition, I guess I would say. And if you know what Skool is, Skool, it's a community where people can they can build their own communities. They can share their products. They can share their training. They can share whatever they have. Some people have interest in different hobbies. And so you can get a hobby level account for just a small amount of money each month, or you can get a pro account. There's something like 600,000 I think that's the number, 60 or 600,000 school accounts out there, and over $1 billion a year is being made by people that have created these sites, and they're selling their training. Sometimes it's free to get in. Sometimes it costs a little bit extra to upgrade to get all the information. But next Friday at my 1 o'clock live stream, I'm changing it up. I'm calling it over here in my calendar. I'll show you. It's going to be Freedom Friday AI Tools and Tips. And I will be actually doing my live stream out of the app itself. There are tools in there that I can do a webinar, or I can do what they call a call, where I could bring on everybody and do like a Zoom meeting where you have a whole bunch of people in, and people can raise their hands and they can talk and share. This is going to be a webinar, so I will be able to take questions over in my chat area, but I want to show people how we can come together and build this. So this is AI for Humans. I will be bringing in, first off, I'll be inviting, I've got several people that I want to bring in and have them as part of this when it begins. If you're interested in being one of the founding members in here, I'm looking at bringing in 20 people initially that will be free accounts forever. And then I will have some levels in there, a couple different levels for people. I'm going to do this for people who are looking to start their own business. They just have been struggling for months or years like I did. And now that AI is here, we have huge potential for people to be able to start successful businesses with little or no money. I also will be focusing on local businesses that need to bring in AI tools and learn those systems to at least promote their businesses, if not operate their businesses. So next week, I'm going to be attending a meeting next Thursday night. A friend of mine that has a business, a home-based business, but it's not like a ML or multi-level marketing business or a particular product. She runs a business and has a whole staff, but she runs it out of her office in her home. And she's going to be teaching about how, for the last couple months, she's been able to automate her system to save her time by using AI tools and AI agents, not only things like simple creating images and videos and so on, but actually using AI agents to do work in the background. And so I'm hoping to bring her on here later this month or next month, because I want to provide training for people to start their own business, or training that will help the local businesses here in the Columbia, Nashville area where we live. We're about an hour drive, 45 minutes to an hour south of Nashville. So I want to be able to help the local brick and mortar businesses down on Main Street who need AI to be able to stay current with what's going on so that they can continue to build strong businesses. So if you're interested in being one of my founding members on the free group for the 20 people, just over here, wherever I'm putting this video, it's shared on Facebook. So you'll see that live stream video that'll get rendered up and it'll be there. And also on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested, or you can drop me a direct message or email me, henry@henrygreiner.com. You saw how it was spelled. You can see my name there, henry@henrygreiner.com, and that's my direct email. So I'm glad to be able to share this. This will be my last time doing this live stream quite this way. Next week, I'll be learning how to utilize the Skool, Skool platform to do the live stream, and it'll also be saved up to my YouTube channel. So thank you for tuning in. And again, let me know if you're interested in being one of those first 20 people and help me build this. I believe it's important that we humans work together to understand AI. It's the most important tool that has come along to help us build either local businesses or businesses, home-based businesses. So if you're interested in that, please join me. God bless. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.